In our last episode, we had arrived in Natchez, Mississippi, and had a quick look around. On April 11th, we took a tour of the Longwood Mansion. Longwood is the largest octagonal house in the U.S. Started in 1860, construction was interrupted by the Civil War, and it was never finished.
Cabinet there. I don't think there is Sears Paint anymore, is there?
Good, except for like the ghost tours, because we call it orb surfing. So, but right now, they are still allowing pictures because we don't have our book Legend of Longwood. Okay. First off there, it was their 10th wedding anniversary, and so he paid $12,000 for a federal style house that was here, and then 90 acres that surrounded it. So he knew from the get-go that he was going to, so you can see it, but you can see both the fireplaces. So step over there and look if you would like. Now in the 1840s, where's my last person? I know she's coming. I knew you were almost here. In the 1840s and 50s, there were more millionaires in Natchez than anywhere in the United States. Now from 1939 to 1968, cousins and caretakers took care of the house, and as you can imagine, it went downhill. Now in 1968, Ina and Kelly so we're in the front hall. The niches are for statues, because who doesn't have statues in their front hall? This is where all the public rooms were and such. Now the next room we're going into is the Imagined Star Room. They did this in reverse negative so you can see it better. Now, I don't want anybody to look up. In the first room, that was all white. It's because that was what they were going to do. Now the bricks, the master masons from Pennsylvania Dutch, instead of what they call mitering the bricks, which is cutting it at an angle to make it stronger, they just made their bricks by side. And that's how we know that building is built in New York City on Park Avenue. There's really a small floor here.
We also visited Emerald Mound, a Mississippian temple mound constructed and used about 600 years ago. On April 12th, we departed Natchez and started north, up the Natchez Trace. The Natchez Trace is a 444-mile-long national park, with a 2-lane parkway running through 3 states. The Trace itself is a historic travel corridor used by animals, Native Americans, early settlers, slave traders, soldiers, and others. It's now a scenic drive, with historic sites and camping along the way. In several places, the original Trace is visible as a well-worn, eroded ditch through the woods. Our first day's travel on the Trace ended at Rocky Springs Campground. After getting set up, we took a short hike to the old abandoned village of Rocky Springs. On the 13th, we left the campsite and made a side trip to Vicksburg. On the way, we stopped at Windsor Ruins, a massive mansion completed in 1861 but destroyed by fire in 1890. Our next stop was at Vicksburg Military Park.
Did you say what part was closed? Marines, 1964, that was about 1956. And it was discovered in 56 and raised in 60.
We took a break from Civil War history for some barbecue at Tommy's Barbecue in Vicksburg. After eating, we walked the town waterfront before returning to camp. From here, we continue north on the Natchez Trace.